That's not for you.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Do I have your permission to film this and use the footage?
Sure.
And would you tell me your name?
My name's Cicada.
Okay. That wasn't supposed to be the hard question.
It is.
Can you describe yourself in 5 words?
Mom, gardener, poet, witch, kitchen witch. Kitchen witch.
Okay.
There we go. That's 5.
Okay. Where do you live? Describe your living situation. Who do you live with?
Currently, I live in a affordable housing rental apartment in Boulder, Colorado, with my partner / husband and our new little baby.
Okay. And I'm assuming this is the baby?
This is our new little baby, Mercury.
Hi, Mercury. And how long have you been living there?
We have been living there since May of last year. So yeah, almost a full year.
And where did you come from? Why did you move there specifically?
We have been living in collective and community style spaces, or we both have been on and off for most of all of our adult lives, pretty much. And prior to moving back to Colorado, which is where we're both from, we were living in an intentional community commune, income sharing commune, and farming full time. Okay. And there were innumerable reasons why that community space fell apart, that decision-making body fell apart. And so we decided to move back to where we were both from and start thinking about a family. And so we did.
What's your favorite thing about living in Boulder?
I definitely feel like at home with the landscape in the Front Range. So certainly like the view of the Flatirons, and we live on a 3rd floor and we have the perfect view of the Flatirons.
Nice. So
I love that. Even though I don't use it very much, the public transit system in Boulder County is amazing. And yeah, just the open spaces around the city. Yeah.
Cool. And in your estimation, what does a good life look and feel like?
Meaningful work, flexible, meaningful work, vulnerable relationships, like close people you can rely on, connection to the land that you live on, the people you live near, the ability to be with family all the time. The sort of the chant I've been thinking about recently is we will take our kids to work, or take your kids to work every day, kind of thing. That should be children should be the center of culture. Okay. And so you should be able to have your kids with you all the time, or, with people that they matter, for. So. Okay. Speaking of kids.
What's the biggest challenge you're facing in your life right now?
I think that the complete overhaul of identity with becoming a mom is the biggest challenge I'm going through right now. I think I'm, as a poor person, incredibly privileged and very much enjoying my poverty. It's a poverty of choice. So I think that that poverty is not a challenge. I am challenged by the total overhaul in my body and my identity in leaving farming and becoming a mom. Yeah.
So what is your favorite vegetable?
My favorite vegetable that's an impossible question, but I'll go with tatsoi, which is an incredible dark green leafy Asian brassica that's
Okay.
super, super delicious and a little bitter. Yeah.
Raw or cooked?
Cooked, I guess I prefer it, but it's great raw too.
Okay. How do you spend the majority of your time?
Right now, taking care of a baby. Probably like nursing is the actual majority of my time. No, that's like a third of my time. But yeah, the majority of my time is taking care of this baby. And if we cut that out of the time,
I don't think you can.
yeah. But like if we were to pretend that one doesn't count. Trying to make art is like what. Yeah, trying to make art.
And what do you wish you had more time for?
Sewing.
Sewing
And writing. Yeah.
What do you believe will happen to you personally when you die?
Oh. Are you available? Yeah. Great. I just talked about this with my therapist yesterday.
Okay.
I guess I think that I think I'm a monist. I think that my soul is totally inseparable from my body, my atoms, pretty much. And when I die, my various atoms and energetic whatever I am disperse in all of the other things that those atoms become. Which is why I'm like completely afraid of being embalmed. I think that I have to be recycled. There's nothing more like desecrating than like not being reused.
Right.
You have to be recycled.
What is something that you know more about than most people?
Oh, interesting. I mean, like the average people that I spend time around, I probably know more about like talking and harvesting plants, our plant neighbors. I probably know more about like farming, foraging, things like that than the average person that I'm around currently. I wouldn't say I know more than the people that I used to live with, like on a farm.
Okay, that's fair. What's something that you've learned recently?
I guess I've learned a lot more about the Cold War recently. And that it's that like the forces and the like endless back and forth that was going on during the Cold War is like hasn't stopped.
True.
Basically.
Yeah.
I think that is like.
And how have you been learning that?
Playing this game called Twilight Struggle, which is like about the Cold War, but also I'm currently watching the show The Americans, which is about the Cold War and about like Russian agents in the U.S. And then just like paying attention on the world stage right now. So just like kind of reading news, talking to my partner about what he reads, engaging in these like media. Like I really had no idea how many countries were involved in the Cold War. Oh, I thought it was Russia and the U.S. And it's like, no, like so much of the world was engaged in that in some way, or like forced to be involved in the Cold War. Yeah.
Do you have access to the healthcare that you want and need, and how not?
Oh, amazing question. So as like a new mom and a poor new mom, I'm on Colorado Medicaid, and there's like no other insurance as good as our Medicaid system, amazingly, as that I've seen. You always like have coverage and you never have to pay a copay, which is silly. I would gladly pay a small copay to have insurance as good as this, and help fund more incredible insurance like this. But I won't have coverage for like more than, I think I get a full year after pregnancy, guaranteed coverage no matter what my income is now. And then, but my partner just got a like real ass job. So who knows?
There we go.
After that. But I did just get denied a crown.
Oh,
So,
okay, we're
you know,
back to
the
the
dental,
yeah.
the dental is like whatever. But did I want that crown? No.
Okay.
I don't need dentists messing around with things that aren't giving me any trouble.
Okay. When's the last time you read a whole book?
Every day. I mean, like, I don't finish a whole book in a day, but I have read more books since I got pregnant and gave birth than I'd had, like, the whole like previous 5 years prior.
Can you pick one that you've really loved recently that you would recommend?
Yes. Let's say The Overstory. I think it's by Richard Powers. I might be wrong, but The Overstory. It's a story of like, it's like an intertwining story. I think of like 4 sets of people that are like somehow totally, their lives are completely intertwined with that of a tree. Or sets of trees.
Okay.
And how they get involved with each other and do activist work for trees. And it's beautiful.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Describe a good person.
Someone who like engages with the world authentically, like in a way that's like true to themselves and their like desires, and pays attention to other people.
Okay.
In some way.
Okay.
Whether that's like really like activist work, like helping other people get their needs met, or like make sure that like their own actions on the planet don't impede on other people's needs and wants, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had like a stale buttermilk biscuit from the food bank with 2 of those with peanut butter and jelly on them.
Okay.
And a cup of coffee.
What is your favorite thing to have for breakfast?
Probably like cream cheese bagel and lox.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how often do you get to have that?
I like it with like all the works on it, and
Okay.
I probably do that like once a year. But like at home, I probably have like the basics, like cream cheese and lox on a bagel, like pretty frequently, like at least a few times a month.
Okay. What do you love specifically here on planet Earth? What makes you happy you're alive?
Just anything in nature.
Okay.
But yeah, like those moments where you just have like total awe over something, like sunset, sunrise, light through the trees, you know, the reason we write poetry.
If you got a checklist when you paid your taxes so you could decide what your portion of the money paid for, what do you need to go?
Well, Marcus, you can bring him over here or something.
Marcus is talking to the tree.
It's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
If you got a checklist when you paid your taxes so you could decide what your portion of the money went for, what would your top 3 priorities be?
Yeah. Never war.
Okay.
Never war.
Now, we're going to get to the knots in a minute. What are the 3 things you do want it to go for?
Just like everybody getting their needs met.
Okay.
So like, yeah, like housing and food, and healthcare. I mean, that could be the 3 if you want.
That could be the 3. Unless you got more.
Yeah, but you know, like education for sure, would love that. And like environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, the needs met, healthcare, I mean education and the environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what 3 things would you not want your taxes paying for?
Like bombs, period. War, bombs, oil companies in any sort of fashion, in any way. No contracts for anybody like that. Taking land from other people and countries.
Okay.
War is enough for me, I think.
Okay. How many living beings are you responsible for keeping alive?
I suppose just one. I don't have any pets right now. But at the same time, like, well, I guess I have a lot of houseplants.
Okay.
Yeah, which is actually kind of new for me. I was never a houseplant person. Yeah, so like 12, I guess.
Okay.
With that.
12 plants and a baby?
Yeah.
Do you feel well represented by your politicians? And talk about that locally through nationally.
Yeah. I feel like city, county wise, there's people that have my like views that support the issues that I care about. Yeah, pretty good. Like I would say like I feel like 75% represented. They're like that at least like a couple people in the room are like I'm like 75% for.
Okay.
Which includes like for my area like affordable housing pretty seriously and not sweeping homeless people. And the environment. So like those things I feel like pretty solid on locally. And no, like on the, I feel like the United States is so big. We like can't, we're very like disparate when it comes to like, it's not possible to get all of the people on the same page to do big things. Like not like Iceland, 90% of the women all didn't go to work, you know?
Right.
Like we can't do that. Iceland is like the size of a small town in Colorado.
Okay.
But like, so like the US is too big for that.
Okay.
But like period, politicians only want to make more money. Like really?
Yeah.
They really are paying attention to their own pockets.
Okay.
I just don't see representation there like at all, and not for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of person would you be most excited to vote for?
Yeah. Like a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Like I want a 5th grader in the Oval Office. Like, I mean, in a way we already have one. But like, like we need like, there's so much structure around like the president. Like you don't need the president to have all of the information, like doesn't need to be a great politician. They just have to have like, I don't know, a lot of good ideas. But I think that like, I would be excited to vote for like the guy that bags my groceries at the grocery store or like somebody that works at the gas station or whatever. Like I would be excited to vote for those people right now. Like I would vote for literally anybody that's never been in politics before. I mean, and I say that, but you know, and doesn't have a lot of money. Someone who like makes less than $100,000 a year. Okay.
Is there something in your heart that you really want to do that feels really hard, impossible?
Right now, moving back to community, mostly because my partner doesn't want to. And that feels like it just feels like that's kind of out of our plan right now. Like I really want to do that. Having access to land though is sort of like the larger picture there. Like what's the best we could hope for right now is sort of like, I want to have like access to land, like land that I can like make decisions about. I'm not saying that I want to own land, but like, yeah, like land that I can like rely on.
Okay.
That I can steward for the rest of my life.
And what's the roadblock there?
Not like my partner and I don't have enough money to buy land by ourselves.
Yeah.
We're talking about doing it with my mom. But like that removes our capacity for some decision making. And making decisions with my mother and my partner like makes that decision harder and limits the scope of where we could go. You know, right? Like each person puts their nose in it, and it's like, well, then it becomes harder to find something that will work for all of us.
Right, for everybody.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And like, man, I have a list of 20 people I'd love to be like living and owning land with. And then it gets even harder, right?
Yes. What do you think the biggest challenge we're facing as a country?
We're just too damn big.
Okay.
Empire. Yeah, like a reliance on money, consumerism, yeah, like capitalism.
Okay. And if
Those are all
you could
connected.
ask everyone in the country one question, what would you ask?
Oh, do you really need that?
All right. And if you're watching, we would love to see your comments. Your answers to that in the comment section. Thank you.